Okay. Today is going to be, I'm not going to say a lesson, because we all already know what I'm about to say. We're just too arrogant and stupid to actually put it to use. So, I had just recorded a video, and now people want to call my phone and interrupt. So, I turned on airplane mode, and so I could finish my freaking video. Side note, I know my hair looks fucking crazy. I braided it last night and I slept on it, and this is the result. And since it's my day off, I can stay however I want. Anyways, I've thought long and hard about how to say this without offending anybody or feeling like I am specifically talking to one person or a group of people, and at the end of the day, it's going to offend who it offends, and it doesn't matter. It's my opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to watch this video. You honestly could unfriend me, follow me, whatever. I don't care. I am so sick of the way people treat other people. So sick of it. It is one thing to treat somebody crappy because they treat you crappy. Personally treat you crappy, okay? I understand, because I'm not going to be sweet as sugar to somebody who's constantly belittling me and bringing me down. I get it. But there are people in this world, and people I know personally, who just have this stick up their ass about any and everything that has nothing to do with them, just because they're not happy with their own life. Let me touch on a couple topics that personally have me a little pissed off, enough to make this video. I am so tired of people talking about immigration. I'm over it. I am fucking over it. Because it all stems down to, well, we're giving out all these jobs because they'll work for less, and what about the people who live in this country who are citizens that they don't have jobs? Listen, honey, there is a good handful, if not more, and I'm dumbing it down, because if I say 1 million, then I'll hear, ooh, it's not 1 million, whatever. McDonald's is always fucking hiring. Always. You can always take out trash. You can always clean toilets. You can always sweep their parking lot. You can always ring up people's orders. You can always flip burgers. Like, any job you want, any available schedule, like, you got it. It might not be the pay you're looking for, and that's really why some of y'all think you're too good to work there. Guess what? You're not. If you want your bills paid, and you want a place to live, and you want your kids to have things, food, running water, electricity, yeah, you're going to work. And you're not going to be picky about where you work. I don't care if you have a fucking PhD. If no hospital in the area or wherever is hiring you, you better get your ass down to McDonald's and get a fucking job. You have the nerve, the fucking nerve, to sit there and act like you're above anybody else in this country who's just trying to make it. But then you have the audacity to basically be prejudiced against people who just want to live just like you. And they don't care how much they get paid or how many hours they have to work to pay their bills. They're going to fucking pay them. Like, no. And I don't care if there's 10 families living in one house. Guess what? They're making it work. They're fucking making sure their bills are paid, and they're making sure their family's eaten. And no, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Every single one of us, except for Native Americans, hence the emphasis on native, came to this country from somewhere else. Whether we came here by choice or by force, we're here. And we had to fight to be here and fight for our rights. And how dare you sit there and belittle people who want to do the same fucking thing? Doesn't matter if it came hundreds of years later. It's the same thing. America's supposed to be this melting pot where you can have freedoms and you can pray to whoever you want to pray to. And, as long as you follow certain guidelines that the government is set up, good or bad. I'm not going to go into that. You know, they should be allowed to be here. And they shouldn't have to jump through fucking hoops to do it either. Because I guarantee you, 99%, let me lower it because, you know, peanut gallery. 95% of us, if we took that fucking citizenship test, probably couldn't fucking pass it. And we were born here and raised here. Just saying. On another note, this is the one that's going to get me in trouble. I am so unbelievably sick of hearing about the current shootings and killings and such being turned into a racial issue. Regardless of whether or not said cop or said whoever or said whatever was racist, it does not mean that everything in this country has to be race related. Can we please let the person who has the hatred hate and us just look at it as we feel sorry for them? We still feel sorry that after all this country has went through, you can't just see people as people. Why do we always have to say, oh, well, if it was a white person shooting a black person, then whatever would happen. If it was a black person shooting a white person, whatever would happen. If it was this, if it was... It doesn't matter. The point is, it's a fucking tragedy regardless of whether it's on the news every fucking night or regardless of whether nobody hears about it. It's a tragedy and it's stupid and it's selfish, and what needs to change is people's frame of minds and point of views. You're letting people walk around with all this hate in their heart for people that, for whatever reason, maybe they were brought up that way. Maybe it was instilled from them at birth, but it doesn't make it right. And it doesn't make you right to take their hate and bring it onto you and display it for the world to see. You look ignorant and you look stupid. And I pray to God that God has mercy on your soul. I really do. Because no, I don't like it. Okay? I do not like it. I pray that in the next 20 years, that every single person on this earth just has mixed kids. And most of us are mixed whether we know it or not, or whether we want to admit it or not. We are. You're never going to know 100% of what's in your family genes. Hell, your grandfather might not even be your real grandfather. Back in those days, they didn't do DNA testing like that. I really do. I hope everyone is just blended. And that way nobody can pinpoint anybody. Because I'm over it. I'm sick of it. And I'm tired of it. My kids are half white, which is a made up term, and half Puerto Rican. And I pray to God that not once in their lifetime are they going to have to deal with any type of prejudice or racism. And I know it's far-fetched because it's the reality we live in and that it's probably not going to happen, but I pray that it will. That people won't be ashamed of who they are or what they have in them, or try to emphasize on one part of them because they feel the other part of them is not accepted. It's bullshit. It's utter, complete bullshit. And I'm over it. And on top of that, the problems in this country have been going on so long, and yet everyone wants to pinpoint it on whatever current president we have. You didn't build Rome in a day, and you can't fix it in a day. And you can't fix it in 1 or 2 terms. The problems are the people. And people have free will. And they're going to do what they want to do. And while they're doing it, they're going to pinpoint whatever goes wrong in their plans on other people. It's just the way of the world. It's what the world does. Nobody takes full responsibility for their own actions. It's always someone else's problem. Whether you want to accept that or not. Like, no, the change starts within you. It starts within everybody. If you want something done, then do it. But at the same time, you need to understand that the change needs to be for the greater good, not for selfish gain, not for anything. We cannot control other people's actions. We can only control our own. And the sooner you realize that, and the faster you take that and run with it, the better off everyone will be. I'm not going to say no more. I could go on forever. I just really hope that people stop being so hateful. It is tiring. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of waking up angry? Don't you feel drained by the end of the day that you spent all day long finding what's wrong with everyone else and you can't even fix yourself? Think about it.